In all my years of riding bikes, I've been lucky to ride some of the best and most famous climbs in the world. Climbs made famous by racing exploits in events like the Tour de France. And your list might look similar to this one here, in no particular order I should add. But there's one climb missing from this list, and which is probably the most infamous climb in the world. Made famous by Lance Armstrong and the name for Trek's flagship road race bike, the Col de Madone. So to find out what the climb is all about, to see if it lives up to its hype and if it deserved a place on my top 10 list of best climbs in the world, I went out to Nice recently and with the help of Mike Cotty got to grips with this famous climb. So let's dive in. So Mike, what can I expect today?
Well, we're actually starting off, we're not right on the coast, we've taken this slightly more quiet route which we're going to join the main climb going up through Gorbio. Getting a good warm up in at the moment. Yep. It's about 14.5 k's. Really it's that last section which you've got to pay attention to, the last 5 k's from St Agnes. It's where the road, it's got some punchy bits, some craggy tunnels and some definite awesome Mediterranean views as well, so looking forward to it.
So any tips for how best to approach it then? Pacing, gear selection?
Well, what gears have you got?
Easy ones.
Oh, you're right then, aren't you? Spot on. Laughing today. No, I mean, it's not an overly long climb, but definitely in the last section there's double digits just before coming up to the top, before it plateaus out. But always pacing. It's very easy, you know, this is one of the climbs that probably very famous in the region because a lot of the pros use it to test themselves on. It's a good solid half an hour effort, and pacing is going to be a strategy because if you go out a bit too hard, you're going to pay for it at the end.
Let's see how we get on then.
Exactly.
So Mike, we're getting close to the Madone now. We've got a viaduct over there.
Yeah, normally if you start from Monton you can come up through the viaduct. It's a little bit busier, so we're doing the full tourist thing today and getting the nice quiet way out.
Ice cream at the
top? If you can find a place.
You look forward to it, Chris?
Yeah. Did you say ice cream at the top?
At the top,
yes, yeah. We organised a gelato van.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
So Mike, this climb's never been used in a Tour de France or Paris-Nice, which is an odd one really, isn't it?
Well, I think, yeah, you'll see a bit further up, it's pretty narrow, I mean, but then, you know, the way the races are going now and racing on gravel and things like that, it could certainly go over. I don't think finish at the top because there's not much at the top. A little bit of a parking space, but they could do it.
So we might, yeah, say it. So we should start a campaign to include Madone in the Tour de France.
Free Madone.
Given how iconic it is, it's got a bike named after it, and the pros use it on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
It does seem crazy, they don't race it.
Yeah. Well, watch this space, maybe one year. Who knows?
Mike, since we've got a bit of time to kill, what's your single biggest tip for improving your climbing performance?
Check your gearing. There's nothing like being under geared on a climb. I mean, we've been talking about that over the last couple of days, how gearing has got much lower, and it just makes all the difference if you can keep the legs turning. So of course work on position and where you feel comfortable, but if you haven't got a low enough gear and you're not prepared enough for the slopes ahead, then you're just going to get battered. So, you know, I know that you've got a 35 on the back or something.
I've got a 36 on the back and a 37 on the front, so yeah, tiny gears.
Tiny gears. I've got a 34 on the front and 32 on the back, and although you might not need it, we were discussing earlier, there's always that moment where you just think, oh, I wish I had that extra gear. So if you got it, you can use it, and yeah, that's always been a big help, just making sure that low enough gears for keeping the legs turning well.
So we're really gaining some height now, and the road has got a bit narrower, got a bit bumpier and rougher, but we can still see the sea, and it's an amazing view and really quiet, no cars.
Very quiet.
Fantastic, all to ourselves. Not seen any pros yet though. Well, apart from Mike here.
Apart from Chris.
And Mike, and yeah, Chris. And the gradient is still pretty nice.
Yeah, we're at 6.5%.
Are we?
And yeah, 6.5% and 500 meters elevation. So I'd say we're about a K and a half before we're going to hook that left-hander for at St Agnes, but yeah, not quite as good views at the moment because of the trees, but
Yeah.
keeping us in suspense.
They're teasing us.
Yeah, this is the Madone Tees.
So if you're in Nice, Madone is definitely a must-do climb, isn't it?
Ah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's an abundance of climbs, you know, on the coastline, so anywhere north you're going to start hitting some nice stuff. But just because the history, really, and I mean it's beautiful in itself.
It's stunning. We've got the coast down to our right hand side there. Ice cream down there somewhere.
Quite a few, I reckon.
Mike, we are, where are we now actually?
St Agnes. Yeah, we've got 5Ks from we're going to take the left-hander.
Okay.
So we're going to head up here, and you can head. It's a very small village, where if you do want to get something, then you can stop for some small refreshments. Yeah. Talking of pros, here
Here's an old pro.
No space in the broom wagon still.
Where's the team car?
Yeah.
Car. I did see one, but
It wasn't yours.
it wasn't mine.
Wrong
Flag him
team.
over.
If you do Madone, you have to come up the extra bit to St Agnes because the view is pretty awesome, isn't it, Mike?
Oh, yeah, like top of the world, really.
Look at that.
Look down there, it's the French Riviera at its finest. Menton, over here.
Yeah.
The last village before Italy, so literally just on the left is there Italy.
Italy, okay, yeah.
And then just tucked behind that little peak back into Monaco and Nice.
So pretty awesome day.
Pretty special.
So we got another 5K to the top.
5Ks
Just
to
see
the
a
top.
climb snaking
Yeah.
into the trees
Just
up there.
going over there.
Just over there. So we're now on the final section of Madone.
Yeah.
The road's a lot narrower, a lot rougher again. You can kind of see why they don't race on this climb now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's doable, but you know, it is narrow. It's probably just over the width of a car, so you know, by this point, you know, hopefully the peloton would have been strung out anyway.
That's true. So yeah, 5K to the top.
Yep.
I'm actually dropping Mike Cotty.
Yeah.
Dropped him.
Boom.
But knowing the fastest time is sub 30 minutes. Ouch, scary.
I'll tell you what though, I mean, once we've done it, you can go back down. I'll get the stopwatch and wait for you at the top.
That's a great idea, in theory.
Not
In reality,
practice.
not going to happen.
Not going to happen. There's too much ice cream and focaccia to have.
Oh, ice cream. Waited all week for ice cream.
Alright, here they come. Just through the trees. Not sure who's in the lead. They're still busy chatting like two old ladies. Come on, boys. Getting cold here. Come on, sprint finish! Oh, Dave's gonna get it! Oh, photo finish.
So that's the top of the Madone, not the sort of most spectacular summit finish. I did beat Mike in the sprint though, so
I don't have to look at the overhead footage.
overhead, yeah, go to VAR.
Chris, did you get the VR?
I got the VAR.
Okay.
We'll do it.
We'll flash it up now.
Yeah.
But that is a climb. It's definitely worth doing. It's not as famous or iconic as Alpe d'Huez or Galibier, but
That's what makes it nice.
it's got lots of character. Stunning views when it's sunny like today. Didn't see a single car, 2 hour cyclists. So yeah, definitely one to tick off the list, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice because it's like there's no kilometre markers. You kind of just feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, quickly get out of the hustle and bustle of the French Riviera and just it's a bit of magic up here.
So must do climb from Nice.
Definitely, yeah.
And now we're going.
Gonna go straight down towards La Turbie.